What is up, my friends? I am here standing in front of another mobile home park. So let me take you on a tour on our latest mobile home park that we have just acquired in the last 30 days, almost 30 days to be exact. So you're gonna hear some construction noise going on in the background, chainsaw, saw, stuff like that. So we've got some demo crews out here. So I'm just gonna take you on a quick tour. This is a 23 lot mobile home park in East Texas. It's in the East Texas market. It is a little bit more than 50% occupied. We've got 13 homes out here, 14 homes I want to say. You know, they're older homes. None of them are, you know, amazing, you know, just to be honest with you. But they're a lot of good residents. That's a good thing. It's got good bones. It's city water. It is city sewer. The water is not sub-metered, right? So this is kind of the value add that we can bring when we buy these parks from some mom and pop owners. Is this particular park was owned by, you know, a mom and pop owner. He's owned it 20-30 years, and although it's city water, he's been paying the water bill each and every month, and it's kind of not all bills paid, but your water bill's included in the lot rent, right? So he's paying well over $1,000 a month. So typically what you'll find in these small parks is their biggest expense a lot of times is just the water bill. And you know, not taking into account a mortgage or things like that, but most of the mom and pop owners, they don't have a mortgage, right? So our first goal is to come in here and clean this thing up. Number one is, right, like improve the curb appeal, and then number two, reduce expenses. So the very first thing that we're doing, we've got these sub-meters that we're going to be installing on all the homes. That's going to individually meter homes, so we can now immediately, almost day one, or we'll say month two, be able to pass off that water bill to the residents so they can pay their own water. So we're not even raising the rent. We're just having them pay for the water that they use, which is a very fair ask. But what it's doing is really removing $1,000 or so expense, right? So what is that doing to operating expenses, right? Like, it's greatly improving it. So I'm going to continue the walkthrough here. So this is a home that's, you know, appearance-wise not great, but it's not bad. So what we're doing is offering free pressure wash and paint jobs for these homes, right? So I'm going to spend about 20 grand to one of my contractors to come in and put some TLC on these homes, a little pressure wash, a little paint, and minor skirting repairs. We're just going to demo this fence completely. This is going to be a location of a new home, but you see these old bootleg grandfathered, you know, relationships and things that were allowed. This entire fence is taking up a whole entire lot, right? So we're demoing that fence tomorrow, and we are negotiating a home that's going to be moved in there. You know, I'm just going to take you on the tour of some of these other homes. You know, like I said, none of them are in great shape, but once a little pressure washing's done, painting's done, it's not going to be too bad. Little skirting repairs. This is our other entrance. We've got two entrances here. We're getting bids for a little bit of road work. We're not going to do all the road work in the entire park. We're going to lay out what we call our welcome mats. Okay, we're going to do a little blacktop work up here get it to a certain point, set a nice entrance, get a nice blacktop, and just do minor patchwork, you know, on the rest of the roads. The roads are not bad. They're kind of ideal from an owner perspective, where there's a few little potholes and things like that, which can be a really good thing in terms of keeping people, you know, slowed down, not speeding through too fast, because there's kids and things like that. Speed bumps are great, but potholes kind of have the same effect. So I kind of am pretty happy with these roads overall. So there's some of the homes. There's another home right there. We've kind of notified our residents. You see this big trash pile there. So we notified our residents, hey, we're having a complimentary roll-off dumpster set out front, and we're bringing in our demo crews. I got a bunch of my guys here, and they're going to help haul off trash. Big trash day, big trash month for the most part. You've got trash, you've got couches in front of your house, which this guy did. There's a couch. Old trampolines, you know, shoddy fence work, lean-tos, satellite dishes, tires, you name it, old grills. All of those things come to mind because we're removing all those things that have just been here for a long time. So that's kind of a complimentary cleanup week. So anyways, so this is another home here. This is one of the nicest homes in the neighborhood, longtime resident. This home was here. Most likely it's going to be scrapped and demoed, but I'm meeting with my contractor tomorrow. And what's the deciding point on that? Right, so we can bring in homes, typically, you know, a used home, if it's like mid-90s, 1990s or so, decent shape, we can buy one for 10 or 15 grand, 5 grand to move it in, spend 5 or 10 grand, you know, and so we'll be in it for 25, maybe $30,000 for a decent home. If this thing's going to cost me $25,000 to rehab it, the age of construction that is, which is like a late 70s, maybe early's model, you can tell by the slope of the roof as compared to a pitched roof, which is a 90s model, probably not worth keeping, to be honest with you. So I'm pretty sure that home's going to get scrapped. This home, we actually just bought it just last week, as a matter of fact. You can see over here that we just had the pad prepped. Home was just set. That's a 1990s model home that we bought, I believe, for $6,000. We paid more to have it moved here, okay, installed properly and set than we paid for the home, believe it or not. But it was moved a pretty far distance. It's another one of our homes. We're doing tree trimming around here as we speak. This road's kind of in bad shape back here. It's in a little bit, it needs a little bit more repair, so we're going to fill some potholes and things like that here pretty soon. But this is a very peaceful area. It's this open field behind us. That is land that we do not own, but it's got a nice open field here. There's another home. Good, nice, you know, nice looking home, long-time residents, you know, pride of ownership, kind of local support here for the local schools, stuff we like to see. This home's in pretty decent shape as well, and we've got a few more homes on here that not so nice, but you know, we have residents who are paying their rent, and after we do some pressure wash, paint, skirting, you know, you'll see kind of the atmosphere and the kind of the community morale come up, and we'll figure out some of these residents are not going to like some of the changes, because some of the changes are going to be, you know, increased lot rents, paying your own water bill, community standards and guidelines enforced, making, you know, payment on time, that kind of stuff, charging late fees. They may not like that stuff, but that's what we're going to require for a professional community that we're going to create here. So that's a picture of that home. We've got a couple other homes here I'm going to show you. That one, not so great, but nothing a little, you know, paint, pressure wash you can't fix. And so I'm sharing this with you. I have a couple other things to show with you before we wrap up this tour. One last home here, although we have another vacant lot here, which will be our last home that we set. But I want to shoot this kind of day one video, even though it's not technically day one. We're in around the 30-day mark since we bought the park. But this will kind of give you a good visual before and after. I know a lot of you guys are watching what we're doing on the park space. And so I wanted to shoot this video. Here's our mailbox system. Let's take a look at that, because this is definitely on our to-do list of things that we're going to fix. You look at this. Look at these mailboxes, man. This is just a mess. So we've got a new mailbox system coming in. We're going to add some signage, stuff like that, we're going to turn this park around. It's going to take time. You know, we're looking at probably a 12 to 18 months to not just turn it around. We'll do most of our repairs here pretty quickly in the first 3 to 6 months, but by the time we get all the lots filled up and bring homes in, and this is going to be a wonderful affordable housing community, and that's what we're all about. So I appreciate you guys joining me on this tour of our latest and greatest, or soon to be great, mobile home park. You guys take care. Appreciate you guys if getting value from these videos. Appreciate the thumbs up, appreciate the subscribes, and I'll talk to you guys later.